Hello, and welcome to Chiefs Fan Censor. Please like and subscribe. I think you already know what's been happening. 1 p.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m. The news came out that Nabi has been sacked. So there's a lot of reading, guys, in this topic. I'm fuming. Personally, first of all, I'm fuming. Shame on Gazachi, shame on the Mutaung family, shame on the shareholders, shame on whoever did this crap. Mickey Jr., African football journalist, this is what he had to say. He explained the story very, very well, and we appreciate him as a journalist. This is what he had to say, guys. He posted on his Facebook accounts about an hour ago. Explosive twist at Kaizer Chiefs. Nabi forced out. Drama at Nigeria this morning. When Nasreddine Nabi arrived at the village, he was sidelined on the spot and told he is suspended and must step aside from training. The shock explanation. Chiefs management claimed that he had no valid CAF license to sit on the bench in the CAF Confederations Cup matches. But Nabi immediately hit back, revealing that he had just renewed his CAF license today and produced proof on the spot. Instead of backing him, management refused to believe him, saying that they would investigate if his license was genuine and valid. For Nabi, this was nothing short of sabotage from within, a complete breakdown of trust. He argued, if I didn't have a CAF license, how did I coach Younger to the CAF Confederation final? Yes, that's the main thing. How did he was playing with CAF, he faced Mamlukans in the semifinals. How did he coach all these years before? Because he does have CAF experience, and that's the only reason why we signed this coach. How did I sit on the bench against AS5 in the CAF Champions League? Exactly. With the writing on the wall and no faith in the project, it ended in a mutual agreement to part ways. Nabi is still in South Africa, now awaiting for his lawyers before leaving. It's completely over between Kaizer Chiefs and Coach Nabi. He moves on. The club now places faith in his assistants he brought in to carry them through the season. A bombshell exit, Chiefs and chaos, thoughts. To show how this is bullshit, why are the assistants staying? Because they've been part of Nabi since the younger days. Nasreddine is saying, I don't know Nasreddine. He's saying that so his license needed just to be renewed. Exactly. I think the license expired. So guys, Mickey Jr., African journalist, had to say this about 10 minutes ago also. He explained this very well, and then we'll just talk about the news after this is done. The truth about Kaizer Chiefs, the truth about Nabi and Kaizer Chiefs drama. The story being pushed that Nabi has no CAF license is misleading and insulting. Nabi has the highest FIFA Pro license. This is not even CAF, guys. This is not even SAFA that these coaches in South Africa have. Nabi has the highest FIFA Pro license. He did his license together with Luke Email at the Belgian FA. He did his license in Belgium. With this license, he can coach the likes of Chelsea, Juventus, and Real Madrid. I remember a Spanish coach in Mauritius. He didn't have the full license, but was taking the Argentine FA course. The Mutuane, this is a country, guys, Mutuane or something like that. Mauritanian FA road to CAF, backed by the Argentina's confirmation, and CAF allowed him to sit on the bench. He even beat Pyramids FC in this competition. So they're talking about the Spanish coach who didn't have a CAF license in Argentina, and then they allowed him to coach in CAF Confederations Cup. So how can anyone claim that Nabi has no license at all? He coached Younger to the CAF Confederation final. He managed FAR in the Champions League. He renewed his license, received it, and showed proof. Yet today, Chiefs suspended him and questioned the authenticity. Excuse me for my English. It's been a long day. Authenticity of his contract, how valid it is. Just days before a crucial game when the team travels tomorrow. To add, reports about his wife being in a car accident are false. She fell at home while reaching for something from the wardrobe. She is much better and doing fine now. This is no longer about paperwork. There's clear sabotage inside Kaizer Chiefs, a project destroyed from within. So that's the whole story, guys. Mickey Jr., African journalist. I've been following this guy since the Ditoka story when Ditoka was about to leave. He broke the story first. So this is a very credible journalist, and we appreciate him for explaining this story very, very well. So let's dive into why this has happened and why I also think it's sabotage from within. I don't think it's directly the Mutaung family. It's the guys that you don't see. Because I think the guys who control Kaizer Chiefs are not the face of the club, which is the Mutaung family. It's the shareholders that you don't see. It's the guys those are the guys that make the decisions. The shareholders of Kaizer Chiefs, or someone wanting to destroy the Kaizer Chiefs from within. Because we know when Kaizer Chiefs is losing games, that's where the media makes more money. That's where more money is made because it's more topic about Kaizer Chiefs. The media was not happy that Kaizer Chiefs won the Nedbank Cup. They were not happy, you see. And why are the assistant coaches staying? If this coach is a scam, he's not a coach at all. Why are his assistants staying? Because we've known for the past 3 games that the fans, and I have to call the fans out also. Some of the fans don't know football in Kaizer Chiefs. I'm sorry, guys, because we beat Stellenbosch, we beat Polokwane City, and we beat Richards Bay. Something we could have done it with Mufenseki, and now all of these guys want the coaches to stay and Coach Nabi to leave. Yesterday, after the game against Stellenbosch, not against Skokune United, you know what happened? There was fans on Facebook and on social media saying, "Why is Coach Nabi back? Why is Coach Nabi coaching this team? He was better coaching the team online." So I think some people want Coach Nabi out of the club, and now there's people from within the club who want the coach to be gone. And look, now they got their wish. They got the wish. Let me tell you something, guys. Kaizer Chiefs, guys. These guys, when Nabi won the Nedbank Cup, his job was still under scrutiny. When he got fired, this job was still under review. He wasn't safe, even though he won the Nedbank Cup. So this is how we repay the best coach in the past 10 years. We fire him and disrespect him and saying he lied to get the job. Why would Coach Nabi lie to get the job? This coach was in his prime before he came to us. He was winning CAF. He was competing in CAF, something we've never done unless that fluke season in the 2020-21 Cup with Gavin Hunt. But we've never been close to CAF in the past 15, 20 years. We've never been close. So we've got a coach who's been in CAF, competing for CAF, and we decide that he lied to get the job. Why would he lie to get the job? This guy can coach Al-Ahly. I'm sure he can coach Al-Ahly. He's from Tunisia, and North Africans, they like to be close to each other. So he can coach Al-Ahly, he can coach Zamalek, he can coach Pyramids, he can coach whatever. So this guy did us a favor by coming to Kaizer Chiefs. He did us a favor because why would he come to a club which finished number 8 the past 2 seasons? Which failed to qualify for the top 8. Why would he come? Why would he lie for that? And there's better salaries in Egypt for sure. There's better salaries in Egypt for sure, Al-Ahly and Zamalek and so on and so on. Why would he lie? I think the coaches and the management and the shareholders, I don't want to put this on the Mutawung family, because when you look at Kaizer Mutawung Jr., yeah, bad public image for series over no coach Omusha 40 usazopheka naku-CAF Confederation. Okay, Sibia, kumnandi, fair cow. If that's what you want, if that's what the coaches want, then we'll see. We'll see. It ruins the reputation of the club. And I don't know, guys. I think people don't want Kaizer Chiefs to do well inside the club only. We know Pirates fans and Sundowns fans don't want us to do well because they were the ones who started this bullshit of Nabi. Hey, he's better coaching online. Once he comes back in the country, the country will be good. If anything, the best performance of this season was against Sundowns. You can't take anything away from Polokwane City, from Richards Bay, and Stellenbosch that you always beat. You can't take away anything from that. It was a disgrace, guys. It was a disgrace. So you guys want the assistants to coach just because they beat Richards Bay 1-0 and Polokwane City 1-0 at home. Come on, guys, let's be serious. Richards Bay got 4-0 from Sundowns. Polokwane City got dominated at London Stadium this season. I was there at the stadium. It's a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace. As I was saying before I read the comments, the coaches, the management, and the shareholders, whoever is controlling Kaizer Chiefs, these guys want the puppet in charge. They want the Natazwani, they want the Mulne Fenseki, they want Steve Compela. Yes, master. Give me Pius. I don't know Pius. Give me Pius. I don't know him. Just sign him. Yes, I'll start this youngster, even though I don't want to start this youngster. Give me Utwala from Chippa United or Bloemfontein Celtic, even though I don't want him. Look at this time in this video for sure. What's going on, guys? Can you tell us what is happening? Coach Nabi got fired for sabotage because the people from the club believe that he didn't have a valid CAF license. And Coach Nabi, ironically, he renewed his CAF license today for him to coach in CAF. You see, because how did he get to CAF finals before playing Marumo Gallants and going to the final without having a CAF license? That's what's basically happening. Coach Nabi doesn't have the paperwork allegedly to be a CAF coach to sit on the bench. It doesn't make sense, guys. This story is very, very confusing. But guys, check out Big Key Jr., African football journalist. He's the one who has the full story about this thing. But all we know is that Coach Nabi, having a valid license, his papers are good. He was told that he lied to get the job. Why would he lie to get the job? Why would he lie to come to Kaizer Chiefs? A coach like Nabi would never lie to come to Kaizer Chiefs when there's better options out there. The same he's saying again means they always wanted him out. It was predestined. Yes, these guys want the puppet, guys. These guys want a puppet in town. They want Atazwane. They want a soft guy. They want Mulefenseki. They want Calvin Johnson. These soft guys who they just give players out who are shit and expect them to do magic. The management and the shareholders are just playing Dream League. Or let's bring Lebogang Maboyo back. I don't understand why Lebogang Maboyo came back, guys. With these injuries and these are all of these signings, guys. I've said this from the start that these signings. Look at the 20 signings there. Okay, let's start from last season. Serino, okay, maybe Nabi would want him, of course. Dudley, you could argue that's a management signing for sure because what does Nabi know about South African football? Let's just think about this. I always said, let's just think about this, guys. You're coaching in South Africa, ne? Me and you were coaching in South Africa, we're coaching Marmo Gallants to finish top 8, and then in Algeria they want us. They give us $1 million a year or whatever. We accept the job. Would you go to, okay, let's just even say Lesotho or Botswana. Let's just go to Lesotho or Botswana. Go to that league. Would you know all of the players? Would you know who's the star, who's not? Obviously, it's going to take maybe a few months or a year for you to get to know the players and stuff like that. So the management will sign players for you in the first season. And Nabi will have no say. The only guy, Dudley, Serino, Bongani Sam for sure, Thabo Cele, Patrick Morris, who was signed again? Ndwari. Who else did he sign? He signed 2 left backs. Cross. All 7 of those players. Let me name them again. Serino, Dudley, Bongani Sam, Cross, Cele, Morris, and Ndwari. Those 7 players are management signings by the club. You see, you could argue that Cross, I mean, Dudley has been a good player, Serino has been a good player, but these are signings by the board. Miguel, Nabi wanted a defender from Petro de Luanda or from Algeria or Angola. Miguel was second choice. They didn't get his first choice, they got the second choice, which is Ignacio Miguel. That's number 1, and that's like a 0.5 points. The Lebo, that's a Nabi signing for sure. I think that's a Nabi signing for sure. I think he did the scouting there. So those are the only 2 players this season. And in this season, guys, let's look at the signings game. We've made 10 signings this season. Velepa and Pachman, definitely the management. Lebogang Maboyo, definitely management signing. Who else was signed? Nkangiso Shenga, you could argue 50-50. Okay, we can go and go. Nkangiso Mayo, I think maybe Coach Nabi would want it. That's quality. Some of these guys are quality, so obviously the management will sign them, but the Maboyes and the things like that, you gotta question that, guys. You gotta question that. The only guy who was signed by Nabi this season is maybe Da Silva. It was Da Silva, Nkangiso Shenga, and I don't know who else was signed, who was a foreign spot. I forgot. I'm so confused. I'm just mad, guys. This thing just gets on my tits, and I'm very, very mad. And the main signing that you wanted this season, the main signing was Salum. Salum is a Tanzanian winger, and Coach Nabi didn't get the player. So this shows that this management they didn't even get a midfielder. The only reason Ndlovu was signed was because Yusuf Mat left. So if Yusuf Mat stayed, then Salum wasn't going to come. Salum was going to come regardless of what happens with Yusuf Mat. So yeah, man, that's where we're standing. That's where we're standing with Kaizer Chiefs and what has been happening. Very, very bad, guys. Very, very bad. I'm pissed off. So you want the puppets, the assistant coaches, and one thing, guys. So we've got 22 signings that we allegedly made for this. Let's just say all of these signings were made for the coach. All these 20 signings that we've made over the past 2 years are made by Coach Nabi. So there's going to be a new guy. There's going to be a new anchor who comes into the club, and then they have to work with the players that they want. So he's going to want new players to show that the board just wants to control the coaches. They're playing Dream League. I'm saying that some of these signings don't make sense. Lebogang Maboyo injury prone. It didn't make sense. Ndlovu, as much as it's been good, he's not Salum, is he? So this coach hasn't been allowed to do, hasn't been allowed to do something with these players. His philosophy has not been expressed there because he's only got maybe 4 players, 5 players that he signed by himself or maybe approved. You see, they just want to puppet like Molife and say, hey, let me give you Setebe, let me give you Msimango, let me give you the Tokwe. I don't care about the chemistry, just make them work. Let me give you Dottie, let me give you Miguel, let me give you Bongane Sam, make this work somehow, some way. But he wanted Mr. Mayele, he wanted Saloom. I'm sure he wanted a better goalkeeper. We were talking about Kibu Dennis and players like that from Tanzania, but we got nothing. We got Da Silva, and he wasn't in first choice. Londi saying, guys, Bobby is cooking. He ain't my G. Bobby isn't cooking at all. If you want, how do you guys blame Coach Nabi for the result yesterday? I was going to do a match preview tomorrow. I'm still going to do a match preview tomorrow for the CAF game. I was going to put a section of that video out saying that why are people blaming Coach Nabi for that? It's 2025 and people are wanting Quinika in the lineup over McCarthy, who won 2 men of the matches. They were saying Quinika was in form, but wasn't McCarthy in form the first 2 games of the season? You see, these guys, they just contradict themselves. 50% of the fan base, and I'm not saying I'm a football master or anything like that. It's just delusional and just talks bullshit. But we're fans and we talk bullshit. And it seems like the board believe that. It's 2025 and we're crying out for Quinika. Quinika of all people, guys. Let's just be serious, guys. A guy who's failed for the past 3 years, who was benched. A guy who was playing right back under the Molife Ntseki our whole season in the PSL. And the guy, and if anything, Miguel was the one who was supposed to be replaced. People are crying out for Quinika. That's when I saw that people just want to blame shift people and blame people. Because that goal, the first goal was on Pasika Marco. The first goal was on Pasika Marco because of Paisi Santwana. The boy had it covered, and even if the attacker won the header and flicked it onto the left-hand side, he leaves space for the left back. The left back, okay, he's there disturbing the centre back. And he sees that McCarthy has it covered, or McCarthy is competing for the ball. Why does he want to go for the ball and attacking? That's not Pasika Marco. That's not coaching. That's just limited football intelligence by Pasika Marco. The second goal, Lelepo that lacks a football. He has a limited football brain, Lelepo. So that's number 2. He's out also. That's on Lelepo also, because we first know Makile, Waikile, give it to Lelepo, we can counter attack. Lelepo, what does he do? Misplaces a pass or gets intercepted. Bakora. How's that on Coach Nabi? Number 3. Which goal was it? Noni saying, okay. Number 3. What goal was it? Or Naso Miguel not tracking the runner and Rifosla. Those are individual errors by players. And if you want to bring Yusuf, and Noni saying that the coach Nabi has been holding Kaizer back. And even if you want these coaches, the Mr. Kaizer, Mr. Ben Yusuf, these guys also won 1-0. They scored the 1 goals. These guys were scoring 1 goals. The thing was the defense and individual errors, which is not coaching. It's just limited football intelligence. Limited football intelligence by Pasika Marco, by Naso Miguel, by Lelepo. If anything, the players also sabotaged Coach Nabi yesterday. If anything, the players also sabotaged Coach Nabi yesterday. If anything. Imagine. Remember that the Young Africans game defines Coach Nabi at all. He was given the shit, thought he didn't start the game. He was given the guys the previous season under Molife Ntseki. In the Young Africans game, he was given the same old usual shit. He was given, I think it was Busufuma Peterson. It was Peterson in the goal. He was given the Klokwe, Msimango, 2 guys who failed us the previous season. He was given a young left back, Kaniso Shinga. He was given Rifosla, who hasn't been in the best of form since that league season. He was given a Yusuf Malt, who many felt, as much as I like him, wasn't good enough. He was given a Samkelo Zwane, who wasn't good enough or inconsistent. And then the Cam was Mdu, who's young. And then he had Mfuno Vilakazi, who was a youngster who wasn't, he was doing Nashadita Maya at 4-0 down. So he was given the crap of the past and was managed to produce magic with it. And he just had Dudley Miguel with it. And he still won a Nedbank Cup with the same old shit that we had over the past. Come on, guys, and look at the players that he's improved. Look at the players that he's improved. Peterson looks improved thanks to his goalkeeping coach. Busuvuma looks better. He looked better than what he did in the past few years. Right back, Solomon's finally found some minutes for Kaizer Chiefs, and that's the best amount of games that he's found in Kaizer Chiefs. Mdu went from a promising youngster to a starter, number 7. Duba went from a youngster who was starting 5 games, 4 games a season, and is now a starter and playing for in the COSAFA squads and the national teams. Mfunda Velagazi improving day by day. Give him a start against my case, he didn't do well, but he's coming good also. Yusuf Mart improved also. Okay, Yusuf Mart wasn't improved, I'm sorry. He wasn't improved. Okay, I'll give you that. Dudley improved from what you saw at Bafana Fan International. One of the best center backs in the country. People are saying Bogazi is going to bench. Dudley, will see. But Dudley, by the time he got injured, he was the best center back in the country. Cross improved. Signed for 3 million. He's looking like a 5 million signing player this season. And he's been doing a lot. And I think these players love Coach Nabi because Cross was taken off at halftime, but look how he managed to come back. Kwinika, the Kwinika you're crying about, Kwinika, Msimango, Dove, Ditlokwe, all those 4 players who were playing badly. But the last season when they came back, when Dante Mikel got injured, they managed to do a job. All 4 of those centre backs who were deemed not good enough or not at the level required did a job. Msimango, Ditlokwe, Dove, and whoever, they did a good job. Oxum Teswa, most improved player under Coach Nabi, by far. I don't understand, guys. How can you not give credit to this coach? I'm very hurt. I never felt a personal connection to Coach Nabi at all. But let's not fire, guys. Let's not fire these people who let's not fire coaches like this. And I think it was sabotage, guys, because I was like, these guys are signing 20 players. We can't look at the coach. If they are signing 20 players, we have to look at the coach because he's been given all of the squad necessary. I mean, look at this, guys. He didn't even want Shislet and Shinga. Once you think about it, did he even want half of these players? Shislet and Shinga haven't been in the squads. And they went to Netherlands. Think about it. Guys. But signing, yeah. I'll give you Shislet, cook with this guy. And at the time, I already have Serino, I have Ndu, I have Gospel Mobile. What are we doing with Chislet? And he even gave George McClough a new contract. That's another number 10. So if he wanted a bench ringer, he's got a very good player and talented player in George McClough. Because if there's 20 signings, we're always going to use that to go against the coach. He was given all the signings necessary. Because I thought there was only 4 positions that we need to fix. Only 4. Which was the goalkeeper, it was the left back, it was a centre mid, number 8, and it was a striker. That's the only 4 positions that we needed. And we needed the best of best. So the defender, the goalkeeper, we needed maybe the cheaper the goalkeeper. I thought we'd sign Nasreddine, I thought we'd sign Saloom, and I thought we'd sign Mr. Mayele. Just those 4 players, and then I think we're winning the league. Just those 4 players, because the Chiefs squad isn't that bad on its own. It isn't. Yeah, guys. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. One thing I'll say, guys, is that whoever's coaching Kaizer Chiefs next, it has to be between Mr. Kaizer and Mr. Ben Yusuf. These guys have to stay also. They have to stay also because they use the same philosophy as Coach Nabi. So these are the coaches that I would have as the next Kaizer Chiefs coaches. Yeah, guys, it was nice kicking it with you guys. Tomorrow's the match preview. I just think that I wanted to say my 2 cents on the story. Very good live stream yesterday on the match reaction. Good live stream again today. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching this video.